Hey everybody, Geek Alchemy here. Quick little video, kind of doing an update. For me, this is the very end of May. I'll probably even upload it today. It's the 31st of May. And officially, it's the last day of school for my kids. What does that mean in the grand scheme of my business? Why am I letting you know? I have decided since last year that since it's so hot here in Florida and outdoor events are not very conducive for my soaps, you know, the natural glycerin will start to bring in the moisture onto the bars, and you know that's how handmade soaps work. And it especially happens for melt and pour. Even though I have an incredibly small selection of melt and pour soaps, they will get dewy really quick, and not to mention I can't stand the heat. It is ridiculously hot. With the humidity, it's already been over 100 degrees this year. We haven't even gotten into June and it's already over 100. So unless in the future I get the ability to go to indoor events, I'm pretty much closing up shop for the summer. Now my store is going to be open. Anything that's in stock right now will be available all summer round, so don't worry about that. However, I will be holding off until August before I start making new soaps. And those are going to be Halloween soaps. If you saw my video, I'll try and at some point get the link up above. I had a small Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby mold haul, and there were so many cute Halloween molds, and I have so many plans for them. So I'm really hoping that I get to play as much as I planned on when I first got these molds. So come August, you'll start to see a regular rotation again. Speaking of regular rotation, not just me not creating new soaps during the summer, I'm also taking a break on videos where I'll just do one a month. And I'll make that the third Saturday. Yeah, third Saturday. So June, July, August, you will be getting for sure 3 videos. August, like I said, because I'm going to be starting up making soaps again for Halloween, I'll be doing a once a week schedule after the 3rd week. Or at least that's my plans. So now that's out of the way. For anybody that's new here, who hasn't either watched my videos or maybe I just didn't explain it clearly, what I like to do here at Geek Alchemy is not only create soaps based on fandoms, which I absolutely love doing, I also like the idea of having a more sustainable company, which is why, even though my craft boxes are, you know, very nice and eco-friendly compared to some options as a soap maker, they still have plastic here, and I'm trying to minimize my plastic use as much as possible, which is why I'm moving into glassine bags. Glassine is simply waxed paper. And let me see if that'll focus. There we go. As you can see here, I got baby, and it's semi-transparent, so you can see the design. You can see the headlights there. And for I'm Sorry What, I did some stamping, and I did a little bit on the back on this guy. Now, why am I doing this? There's so much plastic in the industry, you don't really, unless you sit back and really go over with a fine-tooth comb how much plastic you're actually using, if it's a thing that bothers you, you quickly realize you're using a whole lot more plastics than what you want. Now, unfortunately, in the soap making business, using glass really isn't something you want to do unless you go out and spend, and I do mean spend, the money on chemical grade glass. Because any glass, whether it's your ball jars, whether it's your Pyrex, even if it's the really old, like 50-year-old, my grandma had this big Pyrex bowl and it's indestructible. One day, if you regularly soap in it, that lye will break it. And that would be so heartbreaking. So, if you didn't take my soap glass, I know I mentioned it then, but please don't use any glass containers if you decide to go on your own soap making journey. Unfortunately, this is one of those things where you need to use plastic. And it's kind of bittersweet. You don't want to, because, you want to be more eco-friendly, but this is kind of a non-negotiable. Again, unless you plan on going out and spending a ton of money on on chemical grade glass. Speaking of eco-friendly, something I've done since the beginning. Let me see. I have bought eco-friendly in bulk as much as possible. And where is that? There we go. There in the corner. Certified organic. All of my liquid oils are organic. Why? So, why haven't I done all of my bars in organic? Well, quite honestly, it's pretty darn expensive. My mango butter is $10 to $15 more, depending on the harvest season anyway. It's $10 to $15 more per gallon. And when I translate that down, into price per ounce and then of course per bar, it can go up as much as 50 cents a bar. And that's just for the mango butter. I also regularly use, I think I'm hungry. I regularly use lard in the majority of my soaps. Now, of course, if you go on my website, you'll see I have an ingredients page, and that lists all my base oils for every single recipe I have, and I do have a few vegan options, but otherwise, unless they're marked vegan, I am probably using lard, because lard makes such an amazing bar soap, and I absolutely refuse to use palm. I know there are sustainable options out there, but I don't know, are they sustainable now because you've already cut everything down, or was it already a farm and it wasn't affecting rainforests, or just in general, I like to stay away from palm for ethical reasons, not because, I'm sure I've used soap in the past that had palm in it. I'm sure it was a wonderful soap. I'm not discrediting the soapers who do use palm or soaps that have palm in them, but my personal choice is to not have palm in any of my recipes. And again, mango butter and lard, getting that certified or organic, that really rockets the price up. And while I would love to use a 100% organic bar for our oils for all of my soaps, my vegan soaps are 100% coconut oil right now, and those are 100% organic. So I can say that for those, but I can't say that, like I said, for the rest of my recipes. And I do have multiple recipes. So not to get off on a tangent, but bottom line, I can't see my area, my current market, I can't see it sustaining those prices. If I get the market, if I get a lot of people asking for it and willing to pay that price, I am down. I am 100% down to jump right in and make a fully organic bar soap. But until I get that following, I'm just doing a mostly organic batches of soap. Sorry about that. I had to take care of something. I don't really know how to segue gently into this, so I'll just say I'm skipping to a new subject and letting y'all know that even though I'm not officially going anywhere or creating anything for the shop, I am planning on and have technically started, and I had a fail, but I am going to be experimenting a bit over the summer with new soaps. I'm going to try Gel Savon, which is something I tried already and kind of failed at. I had to throw it away, which, it kind of breaks your heart a little bit, but it's the name of the game. Sometimes you just don't win all of them. I also would really, really like to try out shaving soap. And even though it's not something that you can officially sell here in Florida, I really have it. It may only ever be just for my family, but I really have had the bug to try out a dual lye soap, and specifically for shaving. My husband has this wonderful straight razor, and actually he's kind of converted me into using a straight razor for my shaving needs, because while it's a decent price up front, it's a whole lot more economical over the long haul than to go out and buy $20, $50 worth of replacement blades. This straight razors really last a whole lot longer. And like I said, even if this shaving soap is only, for me and my husband, maybe our kids, if they want to get into it, maybe, if we allow, maybe just the soap, not the straight razor part. Not the straight razor part, just the soap part. Then that'll be that. Or if I crunch the numbers and it's worth the money to invest, I may look at someone to private label and officially produce a shave soap for my business. That way everything's in compliance and I don't have to jump through the cosmetic hoops in order to do that. So that'll be something that I keep y'all updated on over the summer, but it probably won't be in the store until next year. And I'm talking about the shave soap. That would be the earliest, would be next year. It would be ready to go. But as of right now, I'm just in the experimenting stage. The Gel Savon is very much like a Beldy soap. If you've heard of the new beauty trend, people using Beldy soaps for cleansing, and then they do exfoliating afterwards, and whatever else. I can't remember the rest of the process, what it's called, but pretty much it's moisturizing, and it's a whole wonderful spa experience that's starting to become incredibly popular here in America. And while I don't necessarily want to do the whole, like toner, moisturizer, beauty thing with it, I want to stick just to the cleansing. I've heard it's really good for problematic skin, and my girls are both teenagers, so I'll just leave it at that and let your imagination figure out what they're having a problem with. So I'd really like to not only succeed at making Gel Savon, I also want to try out different ingredients and see what works for them. And later on, if they really like it, and if I can get some friends or family to try it out and they really like it, I plan on actually putting that in the store. And that might happen before the end of the year. I don't know for sure. Like I said, I'm going to have to get testers, and I'm going to do a lot of experimentation. I'm going to have a base recipe, and then I'm going to add things into it and go from there. I'm really excited about it, actually. If you can't tell. How I'm going to place that in a fandom, right now I'm not too worried about that. I will figure that out as I move forward, but like I already explained, right now this is just experimentation stage, and I will do all the logistics of selling down the road. Down the road. Looks like I'm swatting out a fly, doesn't it? Down the road. Anyway, I'm getting silly, and this video is taking up more time than I thought it would. Sorry. So, I hope you guys have a geeky day. Stay geeky. Bye.